Hi, my name is Harli. I'm from Canada. I'm going into grade 10 this year. I am interested in climate change and ways that we can make a better future. I love animals and like to go riding. I'm interested in people's different views about what is happening in today's world. I love to draw and enjoy baking and cooking.
Hi, my name is Rahul. I'm from the Fiji Islands. I'm currently in Gospel High School in grade 12. I like to listen to music, watch movies, and travel.
Hi, I'm Rahma Naura Iman, and I'm a 16-year-old high school student from Bogor, Indonesia. My hobbies are watching movies, dramas, or reading books.
Hello, I am Alvin Wong, and I am from Hong Kong. I am a rising 11th grader studying at the International Christian School. Music has always been my hobby, and I have recently founded this initiative called March to Your Beat, which is a music initiative to help those with special needs.
Hi, Inspired Youth Summit. My name is Bella. I'm 17 years old and I'm from Hong Kong. I currently study at the Canadian International School of Hong Kong and I'm an incoming senior. After high school, I want to study law in the UK, and in my free time, I really love to cook, and I'm also the founder of Thalassemia Hong Kong. I'm also very passionate about the Sustainable Development Goals, so I'm very excited to see what's to come.
Hello everyone, my name is Lavanya Chutke. I am 16 years old and I'm currently in the 10th grade. I go to the Canadian International School of Hong Kong, and the stuff that I like to do, I enjoy all things art related, from theatrical to visual. I enjoy creative writing and reading.
Hello there, my name is Leah Elizabeth Dicom. I'm 17 years old and I am from Malaysia. Right now, I am studying in pre-university under the IB program. I like to draw, read, and play with my Rubik's Cube.
Bulavinaka, my name is Vasemaca from the Fiji Islands, and I'm 16 years old. I'm a pure science student and currently in year 11. My hobbies include singing, socializing with friends, and teaching children moral values every week before this pandemic occurred. Vinaka.
Hi, my name is Zoe Beaulieuasselin and I'm 17 years old, living in Sydney, Australia. I am originally French and Canadian. I'm currently in year 12, my final year of high school, and for my university studies I'm hoping to pursue art curatorship and history. My hobbies include surfing, being in the ocean, and watching Mamma Mia on repeat.
I'd like to first off start with thanking every one of you for joining this summit. You know, you're taking out time out of your busy schedules, I assume. And shout out to Harli, because she's actually up at 3 a.m. there. I thought she was in Hong Kong. What we're actually going to be doing is I guess a panel style discussion. I don't know if everyone's aware of what type of discussion that is, but I guess a discussion where everyone's open to answering and sharing their experiences. And this is, I guess, less to do with learning, but more about your social life. And we just want to know how, your social life has changed because of the pandemic. And I'd like to hear, I'd like to know about Harli. Harli, were you in Hong Kong or were you in Canada this whole time?
Canada. I'm in Canada.
Okay. So, how has your social life been affected for the past year?
Well, I'm in a more remote part. Like, I live in Saskatchewan, and so I haven't noticed that my social life has been impacted a lot. Like, we could still go to school. I decided to do online and some at school learning. And when I was doing online, I noticed that it was a lot more difficult to communicate with peers and stuff. And I didn't have the same kind of relationships that I did in school. So it was more I just didn't have the same connections as with the same people I had with before.
And how does that affected your, I guess, your need for companionship?
Um, well, I have kind of like a small group of friends, so I've still been able to keep in touch with them. So I haven't had a really big impact, but it was different because I wasn't able to see them every single day, like at school. And so it was just it was a weird adjustment because it was like you're used to seeing these people all the time, and then all of a sudden it's just like you're at home and
Yeah.
you're so dependent on like, and then you're just talking to them or texting them, and it's like it's really different.
I see. Wow. Doesn't sound too easy, but it sounds as though social media has really softened the blow for most of us, I know. And what about Baylian, you know, in Fiji? What would you say, like, were you able to meet your friends and stuff, like, or was it completely restricted?
I think here in Fiji it's quite challenging. Like everything is done online. Like the government has restricted everything, like large gatherings. So yeah, everything is done online, like with servers and other gatherings. Yeah. So we are not able to physically meet up with our friends. Like everything is done online.
I see. And I know Baylian likes to play basketball, right? I think he's mentioned that. So you haven't played basketball this whole time with your friends? We're waiting to hear from Baylian. All right, so going once, going twice. Okay, Rahul.
Same thing.
Must be the connection.
Yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, you're on mute, Baylian. Come on, rookie error. I think it says there. I think we're all witness to your muting.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
No, I wasn't muted and you still couldn't hear me. So then I muted.
Okay.
What I was saying was, did you hear me talk about the basketball and stuff?
Yeah. Could you speak a bit louder?
I think I'm using the wrong mic. Wait, let me just switch. Wait.
Alright, is that better?
Much better.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I live in Fiji until what, May, April this year. We were fine. We were going to school. Then we had a second wave, which is still going on right now. So yeah, I don't see my friends, but we have like a big Discord server, and we still call, like every day we call, and on school we call too.
I see.
So I still get to talk to them and stuff. But yeah, sports I play alone, and I play with my dad now. It's not the same, but it's better than what some people have, so I'll take it.
Yeah, it sounds good actually. Yeah, I've only just heard of Discord. I think that's maybe I'm one of the millennial older generation. Yeah, moving on. So I want to ask, like, because I mean, we don't have like these, graduation ceremonies or like the proms in like every country, but like for those who had it in their country, could you please share, your experience to not be able to experience that? I think Zoe, you look like you have something to say.
During like all our celebrations, we were pretty lucky. We were able to go, like last year, the people were able to graduate. They just had to social distance, and I'm graduating this year. And last year we had a bit of a dance, and it was on a boat, and it was one day before COVID hit us again. So we were extremely lucky with that. So I would say, like, celebrations haven't been too impacted, apart from Christmas and New Year's last year, there was I think it was the second wave that hit, and lots of people's Christmases were very impacted. So my dad was close contact, so he had to isolate over the Christmas period for 2 weeks from us. So we didn't see him for 2 weeks. And then over New Year's, we were only allowed 5 people per household, which is still pretty good compared to what some people had.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the most it has been impacted so far.
Wow, I mean it really makes us like sort of appreciate having we've definitely taken this for granted for a long time. Like in Malaysia, for example, we have our Eid celebrations, and this was, I think, the first time that we haven't actually got together with the rest of the family. So I can really see how it impacts, especially like older people. Maybe my mom was really impacted by it, and yeah, I think it's nice. I mean, if we were to go back and actually appreciate the next celebration. But for like Leah in Malaysia, I think it was definitely restricted, right? In terms of any sort of like prom or birthday parties. How did you deal with that?
I mean, for me, I graduated last year, and it was just about, it had a lot of social distancing, and yeah, usually in my school there would be like a celebration, and like a lot of people would be there. But then last year, thanks to COVID, we could only get our certificates and our results and all from our exams, and just go home. And yeah, it wasn't much.
Wow, so that memory completely removed from your life. No graduation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I think, I mean, as for me, I think I enjoy not going to a graduation ceremony. So I was particularly happy for this. But I mean, I'm an anomaly here. So actually going back to social media, do you think your relationship with it has changed over the past year? I'll get some thoughts from Alvin.
Yes, actually, this pandemic actually made me realize the importance of social media when it's used correctly. I think that a lot of us take advantage of the fact that social media is actually a privilege.
Yeah.
It is a privilege because it is something that makes our society more inclusive. And the thing is that some people, I'm sure a lot of people who may not want to socialize as much at school, or maybe struggle to communicate with their friends at school, they may resort to social media at home. And I think that this is a very, very useful tool. And because the thing is that without social media, we wouldn't be able to talk to each other like right now. I think that COVID has caused the world to come close together in some sense, because without COVID, these summits wouldn't happen as often. And I think that this is something that is good because we understand different people, how different people are feeling amidst this pandemic, and this makes the world, in my opinion, feel more empathetic or sympathetic towards each other. So I think there's an importance with that.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's definitely opened up new pathways to, I guess, level up on the social media benefits. So what about you, Rahul? What do you think has your your own relationship with social media changed, or it's remained the same, whether it's the pandemic or without it?
Not much, because I barely use social media because I'm what you call a boomer.
What is that?
Yeah, I rarely use social media, so yeah. So, but I think I've been using a little bit more than usual. So I guess you can say it improved.
So what's changed so far?
I've been using 1 hour extra.
1 hour extra. That's significant in Rahul's life, I think. And anyone else who's really start finding that they're really using it much more than usual, or have actually started using it less? That would be way more interesting.
I found with from the beginning of when COVID started, I used social media a lot. But I found during the pandemic, I ended up using it less and less. So now I still use it, but I find that I just kind of use it for talking to a few people, and I'm not really active on it. And I just I talk to some family that live far away and some close friends, but other than that, I find that I've kind of distanced myself from social media a bit more. So it's a bit different, but yeah.
Well, that's an interesting way to sort of approach social media during the pandemic. Very interesting. I think a lot of people would realize that they're really using it so much and they need to cut down on it. So it's interesting to have a discussion here, see whether it's, has it become toxic for you or is it really helping you? I think that's an interesting one to have. So for those who start using it more, do you feel like it's kind of, has it helped you in kind of giving you, the human element of interaction? You think it's really, it's catering for that?
Yes, I think for me, during this pandemic, I've been using social media quite a lot than usual. So I think it has been helping me a lot during communication with my friends, asking ideas about schoolwork. So yeah, I think it's been quite important now.
And has it helped in anyone in combating loneliness, for example?
Yeah, I would say so, especially during the summer of 2020. Despite everyone being home, this was the time that COVID was it still is really scary, but people just did not know what it was still so people were too scared to go out and meet people. So definitely that feeling of loneliness was there, but how at least for me, I was able to combat it was I think just like Baylian said, he started using Discord more. I definitely would say I did that. Calling my friends on FaceTime or on Google Meets, that's definitely helped with maintaining that social interaction.
Well, how is Discord why why is it better than Zoom or Google Meets?
Honestly, I couldn't really tell you. It just, I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do on it. There's the you can choose the voice call, the video call. You can have servers and different channels for different topics. I don't really know. Just
all right. Yeah, I see. Way more features. Okay, so now I think we have enough I guess thoughts on the second theme or thoughts.